Good afternoon. Tawela goeiemiddag. Nda. Afshin. It's young working. Moloin. All right. It's a good afternoon to be here. My name is Gert and I'm from NetBank Financial Education. I'm not alone, I'm with a few of my colleagues. There's a desk outside where we have qualified business consultants as well as digital guys who are there to align with the theme of assisting businesses on how to become more digital. And when you become digital, obviously, you also want to be safe, isn't it? Because we see in today's day and age that digital also has its gaps where we are being taken advantage of. And it's important to also be safe while we're in that. And as part of financial literacy, or business financial literacy, because we are business people, isn't it? And you get into business for one reason. To do what? To do what? To do what? To make money. Say it loud. You must talk, otherwise money will run away. To make money, isn't it? Yes. And now, sometimes, I always say, if your business is not making money, it doesn't mean you've got a bad idea. It doesn't mean your business is a bad idea, isn't it? And a very important point that Bulalani mentioned here earlier was that the business that he started when he went to cash the 15,000 or 7,000 check was season. It wasn't an everyday business to run. Maybe that type of idea has got its season. And it brings us back to what is the task of number one task of a business owner is to think, isn't it? So continuously challenge yourself to think. And when it comes to finances, we often find ourselves in a space where we say, I really want to improve my relationship with money. My relationship with money is important. And every business owner, it's your duty to try and build or maintain a working relationship with money. Isn't it? Yes. A working relationship with money. If your relationship with money, let's say you rate it from 0 to 10, with 0 being not so okay, you'll have a medium, maybe 5 or 6, and 10 saying, you know what, my relationship with money is okay. It's not abusive, it's not stressful, it's flowing with the waves. What is your relationship with money? You can answer in your heart. Isn't it? Because when it comes to money, it goes back to ask yourself, what is your story with money? How was your upbringing when it comes to money? Because our relationship with money is impacted by that. As we were growing up, how we used to see people use money at home. When there's money, we buy. If you ask someone, even if you ask a little child, what is money for? Money is to buy. Isn't it? Now we grow up like that and we think money is to buy. So, how was your upbringing? How was your culture? What is your past financial experience when it comes to handling money? Because that experience is becoming practical now that you are engaging with a different amount of money, isn't it? A 10 rand, 100 rand, and a 10,000 rand, there's a huge gap there. It means as the money grows, my knowledge of money also needs to increase, isn't it? Because if it does not, I'll be stuck in a 10 rand mentality with the reality of a million rand. That's why people end up on I blew it. Because they spend that like They are thinking. And he spoke about the mindset earlier. That needs to shift as well. And that upbringing plays a huge part in me building or bettering my relationship with money. As a business person, who holds me accountable in my business? I'm the boss, né? Isn't it? But the boss must also answer to someone. And I need to learn to hold myself accountable as well. There needs to be that feedback sessions that I have with myself. Because accountability, if we break it down, it says the ability to account. Isn't it? Gaspedi my karavelo. It means you must answer somewhere. Isn't it? You must answer somewhere. So as a business person, you must answer somewhere. If there's no one who is your boss and you are the boss, create that answer time for yourself. Even if your business is flowing and doing well, create that time. Okay, it's answer time. I'm going to answer the wellness of my business. It's answer time. I'm going to answer the wellness of my own personal financial management. Because that puts you in a position where you don't think you can manage everything on your own. Sometimes we think we can manage everything on our own. Eh? A gentleman spoke up just now talking about the Kota festivals and all of that. Already in that food events, there's a lot to be done. And it's easy to forget the salt, which is the most important ingredient in everything that you're going to put together. Because you can go and sell 1 million spattles without salt, and the people will talk about how bad the salt or the taste was. Do we understand? But create that flow. Be engaged in your business. Then we also talk about how vulnerable are you? Sometimes we have fears. Sometimes we make mistakes. Maybe the business I did last year did not do so well. Am I going to start another one? Or am I going to give up? Because I did not spend the money so well. When I got the money, I used it. We said money is to buy, né? I just bought. Was there planning in that buying? Do I have a personal budget? So in CIPRO terms, they will usually call you, if you have a registered business, you are the natural person who represent the business, isn't it? Then your business is the juristic person. Now, I think sometimes the mistake we make is we see it in isolation, forgetting that me, as the runner of the business, I still need to build some sort of discipline around myself. And that could be in the way that we plan when it comes to money. If I don't plan well when it comes to my own personal money, do you think I'll be in a good position to run the business money? If I don't have a personal budget, when I have money, let's say I've got 1,000 rand now in my pocket, Sunday afternoon that 1,000 rand is finished. I cannot account to say, what value have I created with that money? Now Monday I get a 2,000 in the business. Can I trust myself? It means I need to go back and find a certain tool to help me, isn't it? Now, personally we talk about planning tools. One of them can be, for example, a budget tool where I write down my income. In the business, do we also have that and manage that? Because even when we talk about business going digital, digital is also one of those options that helps businesses track their money better. Because if 10 people come and buy cash, sometimes I don't write down because it gets busy. But if 10 people come and buy on my device, it helps me, it's recorded somewhere. When I want to go to a financial institution and ask for credit, and they ask for financials, I get confused. It's like a system asking me to upload PDF. Have you seen that? Some people, when the system asks to upload PDF, your number is like they are swearing. We stop immediately. It's like when you want to go to the bank. And then I come back and say, but there is no funding. Am I ready for it? Have I prepared for it? And even with some of these digital devices, you might find that there are certain criteria in place before you get it. Now, as a business, I need to prepare for that. But I don't start preparing as a business. I start fixing the natural person who is in charge of that business. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if the natural person's financial health is not in a good state, you cannot have the space to think positive, to think growth. Even if the opportunity is there, it just looks like stress because I've got financial stress. Isn't it? When you receive money, what is the feeling? Somebody spoke about month end. It's almost month end. Ne? What is the feeling when you receive money? You're excited, ne? You're excited. Wabamba is like you can conquer the world, isn't it? Yes. There's so much joy. And when the money starts to diminish, stress, you said it, stress. Ne? But when the money starts to diminish and I can account, I think you have a better feeling. Isn't it? You have a better feeling. And that puts you in a better financial health state. And what does that impact? It also impacts my physical health state. It impacts my thinking. It impacts the possibilities I see. Isn't it? Because the feeling of seeing your business or the thought of seeing your business succeed starts with you. It starts with you. And I asked somebody the other day, I said, tell 10 of your friends you're going to start selling Archer. And hear what they are saying. What are the possible answers? Somebody's already selling Archer. Are you not afraid it will rot? As if they are Archer specialists. Isn't it? And I'm just making an example of Archer, ne? Because it's something that we always find in the Kasi because of spatulas and all of that. Now, do you see that when you walk out of your closet, and I call it your closet because it's the space where you tell yourself the truth, isn't it? We all have that space, ne? Where you tell yourself the truth, where you dream, where you come up with action plans, that this is what I want to do as a business person. Use that space to also talk about money habits that negatively impacts your finances. Use that space to also talk about money habits that positively impacts your financial habits. Where can I improve? Have that conversations with yourself. Which business can I start next? Have that conversations with yourself first, so that you can believe even when you get out there. And the reason why that space is so important is because we live in a world where people don't talk positive anymore. And because of that, it kills our dreams to start the next business, to start the first business, to grow, to even register a business. Talk about registering a business and someone will tell you things like, did you know you have to pay CIPC? Obvious you have to pay CIPC. So why do you want to take me 10 steps back? Where are you going to get the money from? All the impossibilities. Do you see? That's why in your closet, learn to tell yourself 10 positive things every day. You will fail, yes, but you will also conquer. You will have fear, but you will also have that greatness within you to rise, to achieve. Learn to tell yourself more of that. Do we understand? Because at the end of the day, we get into business to make money, but sometimes we fail because we make money mistakes. And some of those money mistakes could be that we take up too much responsibilities that are causing us not to live within our means as well. Isn't it? Dilo tsa go tshwana le lifestyle. Sometimes it stops us, ne? And then we get into unplanned credit as well. Now, if somebody gets blacklisted, the other day in a session somebody told up and said they are blacklisted because they since took a shoe from, what is this shoe store, the red one? Ne? Yes, this for a shoe, and now they are unable to get a business account at a certain institution. And I said to them that, did you know that you can get unblacklisted if you are blacklisted? And I know no one here will ask that question because your neighbor is probably here, isn't it? Your neighbor might think that you are blacklisted and you just want to get information. Right. So, can you get unblacklisted if you are blacklisted? How do people get blacklisted? It's because we take up credit, and it's not everybody who takes up credit they can't afford. Some people take up credit they can afford, isn't it? And if you cannot pay back that credit, who is the first person who knows I cannot pay back that credit? Is it the credit provider? It's who? It's me, ne? Now, if I am accountable, if I hold myself accountable, what does it mean? I need to get in touch with the credit provider and say, I am unable to pay because of reasons 1, 2, 3. Can we come up with a different arrangement? Did you know they can do that without blacklisting you? Before they call ka 010 0860 08, nowadays they use your friend's cell phone number so that you answer. Isn't it? And then when you answer, they say, hi, it's us. Now, people are clever nowadays. They just give the phone to the neighbor and say, tell them I'm not here. Now, that's also one thing that leads to stress. Bolalani spoke about the blockage of the mind, isn't it? It's easy things, but it leads to that, because how will you think of how to grow your business or get the energy to start and proceed with your business if there's this thing that's hanging here? You know, like that chicken leg and monkey. It's hanging. Even if you try to forget about it, it's hanging. It won't go away. Just deal with it. Because it's no shame. People do default. People do fall back. But if I am accountable, I'd rather have an arrangement rather than having to go fight to remove a judgment or a blacklist. Easy things like a cell phone. I take it, I don't pay because my friend said after 5 years that will disappear. It will impact my business journey negatively. Some of the digital devices that you might need for the level that your business is at needs you to have a clear credit record. Some of the business partnerships you might need at the level that your business is need you to have a clear credit record. Do we understand? So you can clear it, but there needs to be an arrangement, meaning you need to go back. It's my responsibility to go back to the credit provider and say, I would like to deal with that debt. Then they can either give you a discount, they give you an arrangement. Did you know they can give you a discount? You know, how? How do you know? Okay. They can give you a new arrangement to say this is how you're going to settle it. They give you a clearance letter. We've got credit bureaus, which we call Experian, TransUnion, ClearScore. We go to find out which one is it that registered or that blacklisted you, where you blacklisted at. Then you can be removed and you are cleared. And it's so quick to be cleared. Do we know that? Some people have given up, né? There are people who have given up, isn't it? Why? Because we don't know. But now that we know, let's go deal with it. We cannot have people with good and great businesses being stuck because of a credit, because of a bad credit. Can we use the opportunity? And I know you're probably not going to talk about it here, but we've got a desk, we've got bankers there who are able to give you a guide and even assist you on how to deal with that part. Because it's one of the blockages. You find somebody's got a business that's doing very well, and That is the thing that is blocking them. A gentleman stood up in one of our business financial literacy workshop, and he owns a supermarket. He was about to buy a truck, which cost about 1.2 million. He had half of the money, and he needed the bank to give him the other half. He was declined because his spouse is blacklisted for a clothing account. Lawana spouse account. You're not in this alone, isn't it? Have the conversations. Nah? You are not alone, isn't it? If you have already, please have the conversations because it can impact your business. Have that conversations. And it's also important to understand that credit is not for free. That's why there is a charge to credit. So let us also get involved in credit responsibly, especially as business people. Because if we don't get involved in credit responsibly, we end up taking credit that we cannot repay, which leads to the bad part of being blacklisted. But now that we know what to do, can we start practicing that? Rather lay by, rather save up. If it's too hard, or if you can't really afford it, things will flow. If you can't afford something, there is a voice that always speaks within, isn't it? That voice speaks in your mother tongue. It doesn't speak in English. And it tells you, you are about to make a very big mistake. Agar, Kaspedi voice elatare, morena udialo isn't it? In other languages, it will tell you exactly in that language. So I hope that the information we share today, there's a financial education booklet which everyone will get a copy of. I think they just forgot to give it out. But you'll have a copy of that book. It contains a few topics regarding to what we've just spoken about. Products and services, credit. It's got a budgeting tool as well to help you start. Important, what I want to leave you with is that never let your business account cover your personal items. Always try to differentiate. It doesn't matter how small you think your business is. Your business is as big as you think it is. Also, never leave your accounts empty. We've had so many people say, I've got someone who needs to pay me, but they say the money is bouncing back. Have you experienced that? Who's experienced that? Somebody needs to pay you. They say the money is bouncing back. What's happening? But I forgot that account so many years ago. But now I want to use it. So let's learn to service account. And as part of banking products and services lessons in the book, you will get all of this guidance on how to do that. Then, lastly, I just want to encourage you that there are emotions involved when it comes to money. And money is never just numbers. It's deeply emotional. We spoke about when you receive money, you become excited. Né? And when it gets less, you become angry. Isn't it? So it's important to be in the right emotional state when you make money decisions. So that you don't say, but that day I was feeling like. Making financial decisions when you are angry or when you are excited is different. Do we understand? So as a business person, always try to think harder and always try to have an expert, whether it can be a financial planner or your banker that you call to consult before you make financial decisions. That is very important. Even if it's not somebody in the banking sector, maybe there's a mentor that you have, or there's somebody that you take as an elder that can give you guidance. Because as a business person who leads, every leader also needs a leader, isn't it? Every leader also needs a leader. So find that leader that can give you guidance. Because it doesn't matter how much money you have. Even the greatest people with a lot of money, they will tell you that they take guidance somewhere. It helps you and it guides you. so that your business can last, so that your business can grow. Because we want your business to grow, isn't it? We want your business to grow. We want your business to last. And that's why this is happening here. Your business must grow. Your business must last. And that is what must be important. Your business must be a legacy that you build for yourself. And lastly, what I'd like to say is that can we start making value decisions when it comes to money and hold ourselves accountable? Whether it's your personal money, whether it's the business money, build some sort of accountability around it. Because when you are broke, no one is going to save you. Do you know that? People don't save broke people, they talk about them. Are you aware? They talk about them. So while you have something to work with, build on it. Build the discipline. Don't spend without planning. Go train yourself to plan. Reward yourself if you achieve the plans that you have set in place for yourself. Go train yourself to set plans for your business. Reward yourself if you've achieved the plans that you've set for yourself in your business. Don't talk before it happens. Agar? Bari skabina pele murupa ulla. What if murupa ugaselle? Do you understand? Then we become disappointed, then we become stressed, then we say I'm depressed, and then all of these things, isn't it? So plan your things in your own space. When it happens, we will see, there will be signs. You don't have to tell us in advance. Do you understand? Let them rather say, but I was with you last night, you never told me. It's my business. When I said I want to sell acha, you said it will rot. That's why I keep it to my, because people will kill your dream. Do you understand? And you'll be amazed that it's people you trust. Business is hard, guys. Business is very hard. But it's also rewarding. When it's rewarding and you are excited and you are walking on cloud 9, remember that you must still safeguard yourself. Do you understand? Don't balance your things. Write down somewhere. Every single business must have books that are balanced. Every single individual must have books that are balanced. All the best in your businesses, and I wish you more money. Thank you.